All right, so this is part 3. We're going to now look at the crunch channel. I'm dimed out on my guitar. Crunch is all the way zeroed out. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to start by giving me a 2 on the post. No gain yet. And I'm going to bring the gain up a tiny bit. Again, at those 0 settings, these pots are old. They're a little dodgy. There you can see once I get to 1, it cleans up a little bit. So that pot needs to be cleaned. But you can already hear it's got a little more beef to it, but it's still at a setting that's mostly post, so it's not fuzzy. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a difference between that and the ultra gain when the ultra gain I had with most post. So it's still, they do have character differences. I still think the ultra has probably got more distortion factored in, while the crunch is probably supposed to be more overdrivey. Crunch, I guess you could think of it like the rhythm, and then the ultra would be your lead. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but again, the more important thing is that you pick settings that you kind of serve your purposes. You could be, as a rhythm guitarist, they could be for 2 different sounds. Like you could use the ultra for your Pantera and your crunch for your Queens of the Stone Age. If you get to do any leads, then you might want to think about having the crunch be your all-purpose rhythm, and then your ultra be for your leads. Or you have your clean channel and a distortion pedal for leads. You know, you can do all kinds of shit like that. So see what happens when we crank that pre up. I think we're getting a lot more kind of a beefy low there. I'm going to turn the reverb off, and the reverb tank is just getting vibrated so much, you're going to get something. I think either that or something's jacked up and the reverb is just always on. We'll play around with that in a second. I'm going to set the 2 to try to have basically the same rough volume, and we're going to compare them A and B. Ultra. Crunch. They're not all that hear that ultra has a lot more just kind of thickness across it. Crunch! Ultra! Yeah, you can hear the ultra's got a lot more fuzzy. So although I do have the gain up a little higher. So you get the idea. They're both, there's a little bit of a thickness that changes with both of them, and a little bit of a fuzziness on the higher end. So, but that's it. I mean, that's the gist of those two channels. You're gonna fool around with them, pick the one, make one. So you might do like and then you might tune the let's see, we're gonna do that with the game, with the crunch. We're gonna give the crunch basically tune them up like that, so that you get one that's got more of a clean lead bite, and then leave one be more of your fuzzy distortion for rhythm. All right, that's the gain channels. I'm gonna stop here, and then the last piece we'll just talk about the EQ and the reverb, and we'll fool around with the reverb and see what's going on there, and we'll look at the clean channels bright setting.